Tickle torture sounds funny, right? Like something you do to your little brother. But in history, it wasn't a joke. It was serious, calculated suffering. And today we're diving into 10 insane facts about the weird, dark history of tickle torture. Let's jump in. Fact 1. Ancient China's secret punishment. Back in the Han Dynasty, we're talking over 2,000 years ago, nobles who stepped out of line weren't whipped or beaten. That would leave marks, and marks were politically messy. Instead, they were tickled, relentlessly, held down and tickled until they were gasping, crying, even begging for mercy. It sounds absurd, but it was brilliantly cruel. It left no scar, just complete humiliation and exhaustion. Fact 2, the Roman Empire's goat technique. Yeah, goats. Romans had a method where they would smear a prisoner's feet with salt, then bring in a goat to lick it off. At first, you might even giggle. But after minutes, after hours, the rough tongue, the hypersensitive nerves, the sheer helplessness would drive you insane. Pure sensory overload. And if you passed out, they just wake you up and start again. Fact 3, an endurance test. The Greeks were big on testing human limits, and sometimes they did it in the weirdest ways. In certain cities, slaves were tied down and tickled in front of crowds. It wasn't punishment. It was public entertainment. The challenge? See how long they could endure without breaking. The slaves who endured the most were often given gifts, sometimes even their freedom. Some believed it showed mental strength. Others just came to laugh. Fact 4. Witch trials and tickling. During the witch hunts in Europe, crazy methods were used to prove guilt. Tickling was one of them. Suspected witches were tied down and tickled to watch for unnatural reactions, like if they laughed too much or didn't laugh at all. Either way, it could be twisted into evidence against them. Total no-win situation. Fact 5. Aztec rituals and tickling for shame. The Aztecs, who were no strangers to intense rituals, also used tickling, but mostly as public shaming. People who messed up or owed debts might be tied up and tickled in front of everyone. The whole town would watch you squirm and scream with laughter. It wasn't fatal, it was just soul-crushingly embarrassing. Fact 6. The madwife. Victorian domestic violence sometimes assumed bizarre forms. In 1869, the Illustrated Police News reported that Michael Puckridge claimed he had a varicose vein cure for his wife. Once she agreed to be tied to a plank, he replaced the remedy with merciless tickling until she reportedly went mad from hysteria and exhaustion. The gruesome act underscores how tickling could be weaponized as psychological torture, leaving no physical marks yet inflicting profound trauma. It's a chilling reminder of the era's hidden cruelty. Fact 7. Renaissance views on laughter and evil. During the Renaissance, scholars didn't just debate art and science, they also dissected laughter. Natural laughter, they believed, was healthy and human, a divine gift. But forced laughter, especially through tickling, that was something darker. Philosophers described it as unnatural, an invasion of the body's autonomy. Tickling wasn't just physical discomfort, it was seen as the soul being mocked by the flesh. To them, tickling blurred the line between pleasure and pain, making it feel strangely evil. A strange, giggling betrayal of the self. A weird violation of the soul. Fact 8. Nazi concentration camp story. In his harrowing memoir, The Men with the Pink Triangle, Heinz Hager recounts a chilling detail from his time in Flossenbürg concentration camp. SS guards used feather tickling not to extract information, but purely to degrade and humiliate. Stripped of dignity, forced to laugh under duress, it was psychological torture masked as mockery. For Hager and others persecuted for their identity, even laughter became a weapon of cruelty in the hands of their captors. Fact 9. The French Revolution's humiliations. During the French Revolution, some prisoners, especially nobles, were supposedly subjected to tickling sessions before execution, not to extract confessions, but to strip away every ounce of dignity. Tied down, laughed at, and broken by something as absurd as tickling, it was a final act of humiliation by revolutionaries who wanted the powerful to suffer completely. Imagine you're about to lose your life. And before that, they strip you of your dignity through laughter and tears. Fact 10. In prim and proper Victorian England, there were secret tickling clubs, underground parlors where the upper class shed their stiff collars for something far more unrestrained. What seemed like playful indulgence was, for some, a dark blend of fetish and punishment. Tied down, tickled senseless, laughter became rebellion. In a world obsessed with control and decorum, these hidden spaces offered the ultimate taboo, surrendering completely to sensation. Behind the lace curtains, tickling wasn't child's play, it was forbidden power.